Welcome back to the City of Palms podcast. Thank you for watching, viewing, and subscribing.
The circus is back.
Episode 72. Did we have the cats last time?
We did, yeah. We've had them for a few episodes now. They haven't been an issue until today. This is wild. They're like, I think it's the storm.
It hasn't been an issue for you. Every time I come over here, nose is stuffed, eyes are watering.
True. I have mild allergies too, but mine's mostly like when the dander's in the bed. Like Gohan, his fur like messes with me and all.
Oh, really?
The cats aren't in there that much, so.
True.
So if you hear animal noise, whether it's meowing or barking, we apologize. Deal with it. They're the family.
It's happening. Yeah.
And thank you for being here today, dude. Today we got Toke.
Siri.
Real quick before we get in it, we just had that contest, bro. The Veteran Skate Park.
We did. That was nice. That was our first one hosting. Yeah. It was nice. It was a little hectic, but yeah. I think it was hectic because we were so late. I was thinking about that in the shower the other day.
Yeah.
Because everyone got there first and had already had interactions with the guy in the golf cart. And they were like, by the time we got there, they were like, yeah, like they're talking about the event being canceled. There. We're like unloading generators and everything. He's like, yeah, it's not gonna
rain
fly.
And all. It was murky. It was like murky that.
Yeah, it like sprinkled for a second and then it didn't rain. It didn't rain.
Yeah, right? I just highly underestimated how like the setup process was gonna take, because originally I wanted to get up a couple hours before, set it all up here, and like test the generator, just brand new out the box generator. I was gonna test it all, make sure it all connected properly, make sure the PA system worked. Then I was gonna head there, get there before everyone, set it all up and all that. But just the way the day went, everything took longer than I thought it was going to, so I was the last goddamn dude there. And like he said, they had already talked to the dude in his golf cart came up. The issue too was that I wanted to do it by the books. I talked to like the director, talked to Parks and Rec, talked to everyone. I wanted to like get it in writing that we're doing that event there, like legally, so that the dudes in the golf cart can't say shit. Because in the past they've come up to me when I just set up my canopy to paint, and they just say you got to take it down, and like, oh, you can't have that here, can't have that. And I'm like, why, dude? And I just thought it was the rule, so I'm like, whatever. But when I was talking to the director, dude, he was telling me that you don't need a permit to like have a canopy. You could even have the speakers and play music and shit as loud as you want. Like none of that's against the rules. It was just the contest aspect that we needed to like get covered, and I didn't have the money for it. It was like way more than I thought it was gonna be, and I'm like, bro, this is just a little contest we're doing for free to like give back to the community. So like I ain't really trying to do all of that. So we tried to do it on the low. Didn't work. Because when the dude, I was setting up the canopy and it's windy as fuck. Just like, and I have weights for it too. And it still didn't, it didn't work. So I was like, canopy ain't going to work. And then dude's talking to me and he says, he's like, yeah, you can't have that up here. And I was like, yes, I can. About the canopy. I'm like, I can have this here. Like contest aside, like I can have this here. And then he's just like, no, you can't. You got to take it down. And I was like, bro, I talked to Ray Buck. I talked to the dude. And he's like, oh, you're Professor Shred. And I'm like, fuck. Like, yeah.
They knew you by name.
But it worked out. It ended up sprinkling a little bit, and we didn't end up getting the speaker to work or anything like that, but it was still just all the homies out there skating. It was fine.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, I'm mad I didn't go. But
yeah, it's all good. There'll be other ones.
Yeah.
We'll for sure. I've been dying to have a session with you after my recovery
now
and
you're
shit.
back on board. It's like, damn, I can't ever get that.
For sure.
time.
And I gotta say, dude, for anyone watching who's like seen me completely off the board and like getting back and back, skating at the contest the other day, bro, I was feeling like no brace, no nothing. I was feeling great. I was feeling great. So I'm excited to be skating.
That's awesome.
Hell yeah.
What up, bro? Yano just walked in. But let's get right into it. I feel like your story about like the XNVIX saga is a little different than the others because they didn't know you prior to the project, right? Yano is the one who knew you.
Yeah. Me and Yano knew each other first, way back in high school. All right, flashbacks.
Yeah. Let's start it from the top.
We went to Gateway, and everybody in high school has their rap cliques and stuff. So
yeah.
I was usually to myself though, but everybody knew I made music and I rapped. And then me and Yano just ended up clicking up, and off jump it was like, that's my dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? We clicked off the rip. But then like,
hell yeah.
Time moved on. He had switched schools. We ended up falling off. And then somehow fate just brought us right back together, and then we just formed this whole like conglomerate and just taking over.
The rest is
hell
history.
Yeah. That's sick, dude.
So did you grow up around here?
I was born in Cape Coral, but I lived in Gainesville for 9 years. 9 years.
Damn.
And then we moved back. But I've lived all up and down Florida, from Melbourne, Gainesville, to here. It's like, it's pretty fun, I guess. I'm a Florida boy at heart.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Got it tatted for born and raised.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's sick.
Did you travel much out of state when you lived in Gainesville?
Not really, but that's where I started skating.
Oh, word.
Yeah, so nice. my traveling was mostly in Florida, but it was North Florida to skate parks.
Okay.
So, like, we would go to St. Augustine Park, Kona, where else? Ocala, Orlando. Orlando still had Van Skate Park in the mall.
Oh, I remember that shit.
Yeah.
Was it really hilly in Gainesville too? Like compared to down here? Here it's just flat.
Oh yeah, there was hills. Like there, right next to my friend's house where I used to live, there was this big ass hill in the neighborhood, and we would just bomb it everywhere. Like that would be the start to our skate days. We bomb that hill, go to the bus stop, head downtown.
So how old were you when you started skating?
Shit, I was like 10.
Damn, word.
I've been skating for a long ass time, but it's been on and off. Like I never wanted to take it seriously, but it's just so much fun because it's like a release. You know what I mean? Like you don't think about it. It's just
straight
freedom.
up. Yeah, it's different.
And you started skating in like in the streets and at parks and stuff, like local parks. Word.
Actually, my uncle skated. That's where I got influenced into skating. Is my uncle? He used to skate with Alyssa Steamer when she used to live out here.
Yeah.
So he had connections with her and Brotherhood and stuff, so we would always go skate, and then I moved away. And, you know.
Can you skate tranny at all, or?
It's scary. Nah, let me not. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe like a little 5-footers, but when it comes to like 10 feet, like that's scary. Man.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah,
as someone who like, did you start like with street type stuff whenever you're starting? Because I feel like us too, and I feel like once you do that, your legs are just like a little different. You know what I mean? And you can tell the people that started with tranny and transitioned to street. Like, yo, did y'all see Jagger Eaton's pro part?
No,
he just turned
but
pro.
He is hard.
He slept on, bro. He slept. I saw that part, and like the man can do like a no grab 540, and then he can also switch back Smith Hollywood 16.
Oh yeah, I just saw that post. Yeah, bro, that was wild.
And he's one of them dudes that like just how solid in Zion, same way. How solid they are on the board, you can tell like they can fly.
Yeah, I skated with Zion years ago. It was at Tampa.
Oh,
sick.
I don't even remember. He probably don't remember, but
yeah, it
was just like a what's up moment. Like what's up, and then we get back to skating. We got the headphones in. You're in the zone.
Yeah. Did you used to watch with his old squad, the like Daylando dudes Florida Days is the name of the video.
Days,
Mikey Glover and stuff, and you'd see him just little kid jumping off roofs and stuff, and like the gnarliest tray flips.
Yep.
And I remember that one viral clip of Zion at I don't know where the park's at, but it's some like California park. You see it all over Instagram. He tray flips off that like bump over the fence to flat. You guys remember that clip? It was years ago. Whenever he first started like coming up, he does a big old tray flip over that.
Yeah, that black fence over that moon bump.
Yes.
Moon
Yep. And that's when I feel like like his name. I remember seeing that. It's like, hey, that's from Florida. That's Florida dude. Yeah. And then he is what he is. X Games, bro.
Yeah, dude. He rips for sure.
Yeah.
So then when you were just starting skating, what like era or what I guess like what was like going on in skating at that time? Like who were some of the big pros and whatnot? Because I feel like we're probably the same age. We probably started skating around the same time.
I'm 28. How?
Oh, we're not the same age. So you started skating before I did.
Damn.
No,
you made me feel old.
No, you're not. Yeah,
I'm slightly
it's
younger
not that much of a difference.
No, but I would say Flip. We all right. Let me name some videos we used to watch.
Yeah, for sure.
Almost Round 3 came out. Flip. From Really Sorry to Extremely Sorry. I want to say, what's his name? Rodney Mullen was really popping back then.
Yeah.
Ryan Sheckler was young as hell.
And that was when the Tony Hawk games were big, like Underground 2.
Yeah. Elementality. Bro, oh my God, I was watching that.
Was that the one where Bam Margera had that mini ramp on the roof, little like intro, where he's just like voiceover, just gnarly.
And that was young Nigel, 10-year-old Nigel with the long dreads. Yeah.
And now almost Round 3 was when Ryan Sheckler was little kid, just like doing kickflips, all stuff.
When it was Rodney Mullen versus Daewon, or Chris Haslam versus Daewon.
dude.
No, it was Rodney Mullen versus.
Yeah, but Chris Haslam had that gnarly part in there, dude.
Yeah.
In Cheese and Crackers. I don't know if you've seen that.
Yeah. Oh hell
It's
yeah.
in my room right now.
That's classic.
That's what made me want to learn like blunt kick flips and just like little mini ramp tricks.
That mini ramp. That's what I feel like. That's what brought me into mini ramps. That's the biggest vert I'll get. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But Day Wong and Chris Haslam are just insane on mini ramps. From like tray flip to blunt to tray flip out didn't make any sense.
And that one line where Chris Haslam does blunt kick flip, goes back, blunt double flip,
like,
goes back, blunt triple flip.
Like what?
Yeah.
All in a line.
Like what? It didn't make no sense.
No sense, dude. So then with music, where does that come into your life? You know, like where did that kind of start for you?
Music, I would say it started. I had moved down here. When I moved back, the summer that I moved back here, I went back to Gainesville to visit my friends, and I stayed the summer up there. And then they were like, "Have you ever rapped before?" And they were just like, "Write a rap." And we all just sat down and wrote a rap. I'm not gonna say it, but I remember it.
No way.
Yeah, it's not definitely not how you start off, but it's a start. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it was the summer of 8th grade, going into 9th grade.
Them cats going crazy.
They went in on this story too. But it was the summer of 8th grade. Yeah, we were just sitting in the room and they were like, "Have you ever wrote a rap?" And it was to Still Dre by Dr. Dre, and that was my first rap instrumental I ever rapped to, and I never looked back. It's just so much fun. Like it's like skateboarding, but without the injuries. Like, you know.
Yeah, dude.
You
Straight
can,
up.
Sick.
You can say some hard stuff and not get hurt, you know what I'm saying? But skateboarding is like, I've broken both of my ankles, fractured my wrist. It hurts.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Any skater who's never had an ankle injury is like,
I don't think
there is one.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Exactly.
You straight up broke both your ankles?
Yeah, not at the same time, but like multiple times.
Was it like
Damn.
was it one of them things? Because he hurt his ankle too, but it was like just a fluke little thing, or were you trying something gnarly?
Nah, it's always a fluke little thing.
It is always
dude.
stupid shit. Yeah.
I remember one time I was skating. My cousin, they used to sell rails at Walmart, and my cousin bought a tiny ass, not even, it was probably like a 3-foot rail. Had it in the driveway, dislocated my knee.
Oh.
Damn.
So I stopped skating driveways and shit.
You remember those 1080 ramps? Those little black 1080, the
black
worst,
ones.
worst
Yeah.
ramps, dude. Because they would always like fold up at the front.
At the front. And
So you'd have to like, how did we even like fix that? Like we would just like deal with it.
Haul ass. Yeah.
We had a bunch of them too.
I know we always had to put bricks at the end of it because
Yeah.
they would
scoot.
They would always
back.
scoot, throw bricks under it or in it.
I feel like that's the most unsafe thing ever. Same with like the boards you can get from Walmart and stuff. It's like the most unsafe.
For
Like,
real.
do not get that if you're trying to skate.
For real.
Even for beginners, like when parents go out, no offense to parents, you know what I'm saying, you're trying to influence your kids, but you gotta get them the proper equipment.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like it's.
At least if they start taking it seriously, because I feel like if they're like even rolling down the road, I feel like those Walmart boards aren't the greatest because they don't roll good.
Exactly.
But like you get them a longboard or something. But if they want to take it seriously in any capacity, it's like you're gonna hurt yourself if you got bearings that don't roll and grip tape that don't stick to your feet.
Plastic trucks, like
Straight up, dude. I love those barracks videos where the pros, like Chris Jocelyn had one where he was skating the barracks with a Walmart board. Lasts like 2 seconds.
For real. So, you know how you say music is like skating but without the injuries. Is it like, you know how the feeling you feel when you like land a trick on like 4 wheels? Is it kind of similar when you like spit the verse that you've written or like that you do something well in that, or is it more of like the stage presence when you're performing?
It's the stage.
Yeah.
The stage. Well, actually, it's all around. Making music with these guys is awesome. You know what I'm saying? Like when you can have a community support you like everybody in Southwest Florida does, it's awesome feeling. Like it's just like when you land that first trick you've been trying for months or whatever, you know what I mean? It's like you roll away clean, you got all bolts.
Yeah.
And it's like
It's got to be the same feeling when like in Skate 3, I've been telling him like when you get that feeling of like perfect landing, when like all four at the same time, just like squared on the bolts, boom. And it's like in skate, when that's like your multiplier, that's when it, wow, you know what I'm saying? It's like probably the same with music, when that beat drops or like, you know, someone says some shit hard and that shit, you know, I could see that being the same sort of like, oh, let's get this, you know what I mean?
In a mosh pit, that feeling is awesome. Being in a mosh pit, I love it. I'm a little guy, I get tossed around, but like, it's so much fun.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. A little bit.
Dude, I feel like we should get further into skating because like I'm having fun talking about skating and shit. And we can get in part 2. We can get into more like XNVIX type stuff and performing and all that.
Yeah, that's cool.
But you got any more skate topics we could bring up, dude?
Any more skate? Are you goofy or regular?
Yeah, I don't even know.
I'm regular.
Regular, same. Okay,
I cannot skate switch. I'm not even gonna lie. I've tried it. My nollie is better than my switch, but switch is just like, it's awkward.
Oh, I'm right there with you. Yeah, it's crazy awkward.
I wonder, what's your flat ground trick that just for whatever reason you can't do it? Your body just won't let you do it. Like a certain flat ground trick.
Hard flips.
Dude, that's the one. That's like the
I feel like it's called hard flips just because it's that hard.
Straight up.
But like everybody makes it look easy. I don't.
Right.
It's like, it's the functions of a frontside flip without the 180. So it's like, my body always wants to turn the frontside flip.
Yeah.
And it just.
And it's crazy how many different varieties of that trick there are, you know? Like, I know people that do it one way. Like, our roommate, Kyle, he's got the sickest hard flips. But he does it, the way he was telling Danny, is, like, complete back foot. Like, all of it's back foot. So we have a couple friends that do it that way. And then there's people like Luan and whatever that's just flick their front foot and just grab it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Either way, it's difficult, though.
Luan's
I can't do them.
hard flips.
You can do them.
I can land them, but they're not, like, they're the ugliest things that you've ever seen.
They're not. He's humble. That's a humble brag. He's got fire hard flips, for real. Yeah.
Switch is like that for you.
Yeah, no,
right?
Switch is bad. I can't skate switch. Switch is hard.
And for the longest time, it was like that for me too. I couldn't switch flip until like 2 years ago. Like, could not even switch kick flip.
Yeah, I can't even switch flip.
Shit's hard.
You got me.
Yeah, I can barely switch ollie.
Yeah, you got. I got switch 180, maybe switch shove, but
yeah.
Cause that's like, bro, it's like relearning skating. So you gotta like regiment it. Cause like you gotta dedicate it. I knew a guy back in the day that would have like switch Sunday, where like that day he would only skate switch. And at first I was like, why would you do that? But now I'm like,
it makes so much sense.
Wish I would have done switch Sunday.
For real. Yeah.
I try to tell myself that. There's been times at the park where I'll be like, I'm gonna try to skate switch, and then I get there and it's like, yeah, no.
You just feel like a dumbass.
I do the same thing. Yeah.
I gotta land something cool. Hold on.
Yeah, right.
Do you remember what your first kickflip felt like? Or like, do you remember when it was?
Man, let me tell you this. my first kickflip, before I learned how to kickflip, I was trying kickflips for years. I don't know why, but it just wasn't working. There was a time where I was crying because I couldn't land the kickflip.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, I called my uncle. I was like, I don't know what to do. I can't do it. And he was like, he just encouraged me to just keep going. And eventually you get it. But it's just a repetition. And like that feeling of when I first landed it, it was like, I didn't even realize it at first. It was like, oh shit, I just did it. Mm-hmm. Like, okay, let me try it again. And then, you know, of course you don't get it the second time. But, you know, you keep trying and it gets better and better.
And it's like addicting because you can't get yourself to flip it all the way around and have both your feet up still. Yep. And then the one time you like get a little closer, you're like, oh shit, what did I just do? Yeah. And then you like try again and you're like, okay, that wasn't it. What did I do? You know, and you just sit there for like hours. When was your first kickflip? I don't think I ever heard your first kickflip story.
Ooh.
Man, dude.
Because he was always a heel flipper. When we were kids, I remember you could heel flip better than any of us.
My heel flips are on point. Never miss a heel flip, but.
Yeah, that's me all day long.
Do you remember your first kickflip?
My first kickflip, dude. No, I don't really remember. I don't remember landing like that. Yeah, I just because I remember my heel flips were fire. So then every time I landed a kickflip, it was shitty. So I was like, it's not my heel flip yet. Yeah. Like I just got my kickflips to where like they're still not my heel flips because my heel flips are like good now, like really good. But you know my kickflips are just like now like fucking a beginner's kickflip. Really, like I'm just learning it to like get it level and catch it. Yeah. And it's not even every time.
That's crazy because I think you remember my first kickflip story. You remember me in the garage? Yeah. I had a black tank top on, I remember, and I was in the garage. Out there for hours, I was out there for hours. Same deal where I'm just like, I can't do it. Like, what? Zach did it first. Our older brother had did a kickflip first, and me and him were like battled to the kickflip, and he did it first, and I was just like so bummed. I'm like, why can't I do it? And I was out there. I don't even remember if I landed one that night. But I do remember at Carl Drew's down the road, that's my first like kickflip memory, to where I remember flipping it all the way, landing on the board, and I'm like, kickflip. I did it. Because that's like checkpoint, you know what I'm saying? That's when you're with skating for life after that.
After that first kickflip, it's like, all right, let's go. It's time to go. Then you could throw all types of variations. Then you learn varial flips, and you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yep. You said you've been on and off with it, though, with skating over the years? Has that been, like, easy to pick back up? Like, if you just, like, see your board, like, I'm going to go skate today. And, like, and then you get in a spell of just, like, a couple months skating.
Yeah, there was, recently, there was, like, I want to say, like, a 6-month break I took. And, when I was at my job, and I had to walk from my job to Winn-Dixie, so I was like, fuck it, I'm going to just grab my board. And then that got me out of the funk. And then there were days I would just practice my kickflips while I was waiting. Just straight kickflip. So I could get it perfect, but it's not there. But I got my footing, so I know this is where I need to be. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
But yeah, getting out of that funk, it's not hard. But I don't like to be in the funk because skating is so much fun. And like,
having to like shake off the rust is annoying.
It's annoying. Yeah. I hate it. And then you get out there, you got the wobbly knees and shit. Like,
yeah, I can only skate for like 15 minutes and then you're dusted and you're like, damn it, dude. Like, try again tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's the worst part about coming off injury is like you're just so unconditioned after that and you're just like, fuck, like this is gonna be slow.
Yeah.
Slow going.
I rolled my ankle playing basketball a couple weeks ago, and so I haven't skated in like a month.
True. Was it your flipping ankle?
No, it's actually my back foot.
Oh. I always hated rolling the flipping ankle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's like so hard to
when you go to flip, it's like...
Yeah.
And then you think you're better. You're like walking around like, bro, I can skate tomorrow. Fuck yes. And then you go out to skate, try one kickflip.
Oh,
yeah.
Damn. Cringing.
And I feel like as a kid, it was worse. Like whenever I was a kid, I would like... If I had like a messed up board or messed up shoes or like didn't skate for a week or something, I would like trip and be like, bro, I'm not gonna be able to kickflip anymore. I'm not gonna be able to tray flip anymore. I'm not gonna, you know. But then like as an adult, I can go weeks without skating because of just like life and busyness. Hop on the board and like just because I didn't think about it so much, I'm just like kickflip, tray flip. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. I've taken a turn kind of with my skating, like because of my ankle injury. I kind of like did something pretty bad like a couple years ago, but I think I broke it and I didn't really like get surgery. I didn't like get it looked at. I just treated it like a rolled one.
Yep.
And so it never really like there's still times like it'll be fine, but I'll be walking and I'll step weird and it'll be like it'll kind of like go into a pocket. Yeah. And so with skating, I've kind of like pivoted my skating to specifically trying to skate tranny. There's like nothing really to skate here other than like the Naples. You know, Naples has a good bowl, but I really because that's like where I can get comfortable enough to like if I just pump around and like, you know, get on the coping and stuff and eventually want to get air and stuff like that. But there's less rolled ankles, I feel like, in that than just because like we said, it's always the stupid shit that you get rolled ankles on. I still like skating flat though, but I'm definitely trying to do tranny.
I wanna learn how to skate a bowl because like watching them flow through it, it looks so satisfying.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Yeah.
And then they make it look so easy, like come up 5-0 around the whole thing, and then come back and like come get some air.
Yeah.
Come on the other side, tail stall. You know, it's like it's just so smooth.
Yeah.
And it's like back to back with street skating. It's like you got that one trick, roll away, and that's it.
Yeah, and you might get beat trying that trick too.
That's for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Dude, if you could get one trick on point every time for Christmas, what trick would you choose?
What? Flat ground trick?
Any trick. Because I'm thinking when y'all were just talking about tranny, like the way people backside air, dude, and like they just do that sick ass, and they can slap the tail on the way down. I would love to be able to do that every try. Just go as fast as you can and just way
just
over the
backside air though.
Well, because then you'd probably be able to frontside air, and if you could frontside
on tranny though, on tranny.
Yes. Because if you could do both of those consistently, add a grab in. You know what I'm saying? You could do so many new tricks after that.
Yeah.
But what do you think you would choose?
Out of any trick or just tranny?
Anything. You could do like, back nose blunt every try or something like that.
Oh, wow.
I would have to say 3 flips.
Really?
Right, yeah. That's a solid
If I
one.
could do 3 flips off of any and everything, I'd be satisfied.
Dude, that's a satisfying trick too.
And they always look so clean. Like, I just got my 3 flips down, so it's like... they feel clean.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
That's a weird one too, because that's one that I feel like you like get and lose like over, you know, depending on like your setup or how you're feeling or whatever. It's like you can't really do them the same 1 week to the other. Mm-hmm. So for those people like Chris Jocelyn that just always have an on point tray flip, I envy that.
Yeah.
What about you, Danny? What would you choose?
Oh, mine. It would probably have, because I'm trying to get better at training. It'd probably have to be something like maybe just come up front side and take an indie grab every time, come back down. Yeah.
Because then I feel like if you had that confidence, like we were saying, like you could just blast that as high as you could. You could learn 360s. You could learn
it, and it
Yeah.
I've always wanted to be good at grabs like that, to be able to like grab it and tweak it in the air.
Me
and
too.
That's what I used
Yeah.
to do. Like Kona Skate Park, they had before they like remodeled it, they had a kiddie course and the pro course, and on the kiddie course they had this launch over the flat, and it was so much fun. Like when I went there, we had this kid standing there, and we would just air over him, and it was so much fun. Me and my friends were like tail grabbing, crail grab, all types of stuff over.
Hell yeah.
This was before I knew how to flip and stuff. So.
Sick. Where's Kona at? Where's that?
Jacksonville.
Yeah. Damn.
Isn't that like the oldest skate park in the country or something like that?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I've never been there. I've only seen like pictures and videos and stuff, but it seems sick.
Yeah, I went there 3 birthdays in a row, I think. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that shit was fun.
That's tight. Yeah. You want to take a quick break, and then we'll bring it back?
Yeah, yep.
All right, we're going to restart the cameras real quick. We'll be right back at you for part 2.
Enjoy the ads.
Have you ever thought about starting your own podcast? When I was trying to get this podcast off the ground, I had a lot of questions. How do I record an episode? How do I get my show into all the apps people like to listen? How do I make money from my podcast? The answer to every one of these questions is really simple. Anchor. Anchor is a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing your podcast. Best of all, it's 100% free and ridiculously easy to use. And now, Anchor can match you with great sponsors who want to advertise on your podcast. That means you can get paid to podcast right away. In fact, that's what I'm doing by reading this ad. And let me tell you guys a little bit about Anchor. So, like I said, it's a one-stop shop, distributing, you put your podcast on. It couldn't be easier to use. My brother and I, when we started this podcast, we're looking around for a website. Where do we get our podcast up and running? How do we get it? Literally those exact questions. How do we get it on iTunes? How do we get it on Spotify? And I was trying to do that stuff by myself. And that's when I started looking up. And there's other ones you can use like JPod and all that. But let me tell you, Anchor, nobody's going to do it as great as Anchor. And most of all, it's free. So that's what you always do, man. That's what you love, is Anchor being free. So if you've always wanted to start a podcast, make money doing it, go to anchor.fm/start. That's anchor.fm/start to join me in the diverse community of podcasters already using Anchor. Once again, that's anchor.fm/start. I can't wait to hear your podcast.
Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed the ads. We're going to take a little bit of a divergent right now because I wanted to ask, and I want to try asking every guest this, just like a little story you might have of some like something really rough that happened to you, or some low that you hit in life or whatever, just to like kind of share that and how you worked through it. You know what I mean? Do you have anything that comes off the top of your head immediately?
Yeah. Shit. I mean, a lot of bad shit happens in life. I would say that.
Yeah, and it could just be menial stuff. You know what I mean? Like running out of gas and having to run to the fucking gas station in the rain or some shit.
Nah, I'll be honest. I'm a 2-time felon, so
damn.
It was all in one thing. I got charged with fraud and I don't even know what the other shit is. Distribution of somebody else's property. Basically, I tried to sell gold at a pawn shop. I bought gold from a dude at a gas station. Ended up being stolen.
What?
Got traced back to me. Cops pulled up. While I was in the middle of recording, we get a knock at the door and the cops just pulled up.
You were recording a song?
Yeah.
What?
Actually, I was building the studio. I was putting it up. I was hammering it and everything. I made a studio out of 2 couches. I had put them up. This is old.
Sick, bro.
Yeah, I put it up. It looked like a whole booth and everything. And,
yes.
And yeah, in the middle of building that.
Damn.
In the middle of making my career, that the cops pulled up and I stayed the night in jail. And then that was like the point in life I was like, what the fuck? Like, what am I doing wrong? And then I just told myself, like, this cannot happen again. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I have a daughter. I got you know what I'm saying? I got a wife at home. I cannot afford that.
Yeah.
And in the midst, you know, going to jail takes a lot of money. I don't know, you know what I'm saying, if y'all been, but that shit will eat your pockets.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
that's all it does, in fact, dude.
Yeah.
All they want is the money.
Luckily, my PO was really cool, though. She was really cool. I'm going to say so. Hopefully, I don't get in trouble later in the future.
It's all good,
but
it's all good. I
I was supposed to stop smoking, and I would take drug tests and all that, but I was not stopping. low key, I had bought some shit to help me pass, you know what I'm saying? And I never got in trouble, so I made it through.
Fuck yeah.
And yeah, it does take a lot of money, but then I told myself, like, being in that scare every time to go to the PO, and then knowing, technically I was smoking on the way to the PO, but knowing I'm not supposed to smoke, and then being in the PO's face, it's like, oh man, please don't test me, please don't.
Yeah.
But I got away with it every time, and mentally, like, that shit is draining. Like,
For sure.
It's not fun at all, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not cool. Like, going through that situation, trying to be, like, the tough guy and all that, is not cool at all. So I realized music would take me out of that. Skating takes me out of that. And, like, my family, these guys keep me away from all that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and it's just a better feeling to be in positive environments. And you know what I mean? Like, it's just cool. But that low in life is, I've never really been depressed, but if I had to explain depression, that would be it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
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 And it's so important to have those outlets, like you have multiple, skating and music, and your friends and everything have those outlets to keep you away from it, because I feel like it's so hard to get out once, like, if you do really, like, fall into that hole and that's your life, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's your life.
Yeah.
And it's like, I can't even imagine how hard it would be if you didn't have something like that to latch onto to, like, keep you grounded and keep you, like, away from it all.
Yeah. Yeah, there's this thing I preach to the boys a lot, called The Secret. I don't know if you guys...
Yeah.
For sure.
I live by that. I recently started following it hard as hell, but back then is when I realized The Secret is real. Like, you bring into your life what you think every day, you know what I mean? Like, if you're like, oh, I don't want to go to jail, you're going to bring jail into your life.
Yep.
No, even if you don't want it, but you're putting that energy in the universe, jail. And you just change your mindset through stuff like that. And it's just like, positivity is power. Like, energy is real and all that. So it's like,
dude, that's like real life magic, bro. Because like it's like, even just the word choice, you know, if you're always saying, I can't because I'm too fat, I'm like, I'm not fast enough, I'm not, you know, if you're saying, like, all those negative things, you're filling your whole brain with negativity. But if you're just saying, like, I need to be faster, I'm gonna be faster, I'm gonna be stronger, I'm gonna, like, get better. If that is your mindset, better, that's your whole life, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And then eventually you're gonna look in the mirror and say, whoa, I'm actually as strong as I needed to be. You know what I'm saying?
Like, for example, you tore your whole ACL. Like,
100%.
You know what I mean? Like,
do you know how bad I wanted to just be like, because it's so fucking scary, bro. Every second you step on the board, you're thinking, you remember that feeling, craziest feeling of your knee exploding because the ligament ruptures.
I couldn't even imagine.
It's like, you can never forget it, bro. And like, that's why I knew it was fucked right when it happened. But like, and like, I go into spirals and I go into like mindsets of just like re-injury. Oh, what if that happens? But it's like the biggest thing aside from physical therapy and all the actual like bodily things you have to take care of, mentally, you just have to get that out of your head, you know? Exactly. Same as when you're trying to trick. Like if you're about to jump down a 15 stair, you're not going to think, what's it gonna feel like when I break my ankle?
Exactly.
What's it gonna feel like when I snap my board and my fucking knee hits the ground? Like you're just gonna think like, yo, you're just gonna think of that feeling when all four wheels hit the ground and you're squared up and just boom.
Exactly.
That's all you're thinking, and that's what's gonna happen, you know. And you can prove it to yourself.
Exactly, and they say, oh, it's proven that positive energy travels faster than negative energy. So even if you do have those thoughts, like remembering of you blowing your knee out, because that's something that you went through. The thought of you being okay after you think that will travel faster than
exactly. Yep. The feeling of dropping them crutches and being like, yo, both feet on the ground. Look at that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Twice I had to deal with that, and like, fuck, it's hard, bro. It's really hard.
I believe that. Yeah.
And people deal with harder shit. Like people deal with hard. Like their whole life is just like there's so much negativity around them that it pollutes their brain, you know. And I try to tell people too. Like if friends reach out to me that are in a rough spot or whatever, and I see their living situation, I'm like, bro, first and foremost, get out of that situation. Like you need to like figure your shit out. You know what I'm saying? And the people around you right now are not helping that.
Exactly.
You know.
Yeah, it's tough out here.
Yeah, surrounding people are a big thing. The people that are around you are a big part of
Definitely.
Everything that goes on in your head, because you know, people talk to you. If you're around people, you're gonna talk to them, and if they have that type of energy, it's gonna rub off on you.
Yeah,
for sure.
And especially if you're with them every day, you know, that phrase "you are who you hang around with" is real.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You're a product of your surroundings.
Yeah, exactly.
That kind of a little bit transitions into a question I had on a lighter note. I was gonna ask you if you the differences between skating with a group of friends and skating alone, like what you prefer, what like how you feel towards either.
I say I love skating with the homies, of course. Yeah. But I also feel like when I do skate, I'm by myself because I'm always in the headphones. And then like my homeboys try to talk to me and I miss the whole conversation. I just go do my trick and they'll be like, "What the fuck?" You know what I mean? But I feel like skating by myself is better.
It's like I feel like you get a little bit sometimes. You get more of like that meditative state through skating. Like with the homies, it pushes you, you know, helps you get better, it helps you have fun and just like enjoy it, be out there just killing it. But as far as skating alone, I feel like both of us agree that like that's the time when you just put in them headphones and you just cruise and you're just in your own thoughts. And that's when it's good to learn tricks sometimes too, is when you're like, not really good at front crooks. Let me spend 2 hours just trying to front crook. Because when you're with your friends, they're like, you want to play skate? Or like, hey, I bet you can't kickflip 50-50 first try. And it's like, oh, I bet I can. And it's like kind of like diverges from the actual like training aspect. But that's why a lot of people don't like skating alone, because they don't skate like that. They don't really want to skate like that, so they won't skate alone.
Yeah. I'm kind of with you. I always have headphones in either way. So even when I'm with the homies, it's like I'm skating by myself pretty much. Cruising around in my own little world.
Like, I feel bad because, like, I do want to skate with you, but, like, I know when I go to the park, I'll have my headphones in. So it's like, but just being around everybody while we're skating, it's just it's cool.
And that's kind of cool. Once everyone sometimes we're even all together in the van, and like we'll get out of like the vehicle and we'll each just go separate ways in the park, and like we'll each go to like our little sections and we'll do our thing, and then we'll meet back at the car and just
that's lot 11, bro. when you see lot 11, that's exactly what it's gonna happen, bro.
Sounds like a playground.
I can't wait to skate that.
It's definitely a playground.
So I feel like we should get a little further into music. We've been talking a lot of skating, obviously, because that's a huge passion of both of ours. But do you remember what the first performance was like for you the first time you performed? How that was for you, as far as like your emotions and everything?
My first performance wasn't even music. It was at a talent show.
What?
In middle school, yeah. I used to dance.
No way.
Oh, wow.
That's sick.
And nobody in the school knew I danced, and I just tried the talent show, and they were like, "You gonna do the talent show?" And I was like, "Yes." And I went out there and I killed it. I didn't win, but the whole school knew me after that day, so it was, it was cool. That feeling, it was just like landing a trick. It was like everybody knows me. Like, it's cool.
Hell yeah. Was it breakdancing?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to try to breakdance too. I could windmill, bro. I could windmill.
Dude, you were big on dancing.
Yeah.
That's hard. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that was like my one little thing where I could go for like a little bit, and it was tight. Yeah.
I don't mean to call you out, but didn't you also, when you were younger, like kid, didn't you do some sort of more formal dancing? You actually took dance
classes?
I
did take
we
a...
Get you dance shoes. We had to get you dance shoes.
No, I did the Nutcracker.
What?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was after...
I was in the Nutcracker in 5th grade.
Word. Okay, hell yeah. Yeah. Hell yeah.
That's funny, though.
Yeah.
That's dope. That probably really boosts your confidence in school. Like, I always talk about skating as that thing of, like, there's all these other kids that are, like, arguing about, like, the cool pants and shit like that, but then you can just sit back and be like, I'm gonna go home and do kickflips. Yeah. You know, like, that's what no one else is talking about. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure music is the same way. Dancing is like, those are all things that feel like you're part of this kind of like private club, and it makes you kind of like impenetrable to any sort of bullying or like teasing, because it's like, you don't even know what I do after school.
Exactly. And if you did know, you think I'm cool as hell, you know?
Yeah, it's like yeah. Straight up. So then, was your first musical performance when you linked up and started XNVIX stuff? Or did you do solo stuff at all?
No, I think my first performance was with them. Like, besides from, like, cafeteria rapping and all that, but, yeah, with them.
Hell yeah. And I've asked about nerves to everyone already, like, asked about how the nerves were, but with the group of boys, I'm sure it wasn't even, like, that big of a deal, was it?
Nah, not even. I'm probably more nervous now than I get on stage. but, no. I don't even get nervous when I get on stage. It's just, like, I walk into my home. It's like, this is where I live. Like,
hell yeah, dude. Do you have a favorite performance y'all have ever done? For you personally?
I don't know.
How was that anime convention?
I was about to say probably Otaku Fest.
Just
because of the whole vibe. We got our hotel paid for, you know what I'm saying? We got paid to perform. It was awesome. Yeah. Like, we got to be around anime all weekend. Sick. It was cool as hell. That'd probably be my favorite one.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. That's a hard question. That is a hard question because we've definitely done over like 200 shows. I could comfortably say that.
Damn. Y'all have performed a lot, for sure.
So, like you were saying, how when you fucking these headphones, dude. When you walk in to perform, you feel like you're walking in like your home, you know? Mm-hmm. I feel that. Whenever like watching you guys like perform live is like definitely like that. Like, you just feel it. You're like, damn, like,
you can feel you guys are comfortable.
Yeah, you can feel the energy. Yeah. But I want to ask, is there a reason that you guys typically like close out the venue? Like you guys are always the last to go? Is it because of the is it no,
There's a reason. There's a reason.
No, because no one can go after that.
Look.
You can't go after that.
Yo, I've heard people at like open mics and shit like have to go after y'all, and they're like, "Fuck, dude."
No, because I don't imagine someone hitting you up and being like, "Yeah, well, you could have performed third." It's like, no, it's last or nothing. Because if you guys perform third, anyone who goes after that, like, sorry to say, but there's no comparison.
I hate that. We try to go early, you know what I mean? And it's nothing against any other artist, because we're all dope in our own ways, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, we're all following the secret, you know what I mean? We all have our own light we're looking at. So it's like, for us to shine bright, we have to outshine you guys. You know what I mean?
That's a good
you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's facts.
And
we try to go middle, man. We try to build for us.
We want to go in the middle. That's
Look, and then, you know, like I said, it's nothing against nobody. You know what I mean? Yeah. We're all in this together, but we have mastered our craft. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
We have fun doing this, and it shows in our performance. And we don't try to go last, and we're not trying to put that energy that, oh, we can't perform after them because they shut it down. You know what I mean? But it's just easier as a group to shut something down than if we go up there by ourselves. You know what I mean?
Not to mention the amount of content y'all have. Like, exactly. I feel like you guys are fully equipped. Not that anyone else is not good or anything, but it's like a lot of other people aren't fully equipped to be a headline act. Yeah. You guys could be a headline act at like an event. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we definitely have an arsenal.
Yeah, for sure.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So, we could get into some of the last topics if you want to, unless you had any more music questions to go forward.
Me? Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Is there a level? What is the level for these headphones?
The one that says phones.
Okay, cool. I didn't know if there was one for me specifically.
No, that's just to that one, Jack.
All right, yeah, that got loud. I didn't hear what you said. What? Sorry.
We can keep riffing on music, or we could start hitting the last topics if you want to.
Do you have anything else you want to ask about music?
Really, I wanted to know because I'm interested about your view on The Secret, because we've been kind of on that recently, heavier than normal, but because at first The Secret is what brought us onto that whole like positive mentality, like creating your own universe type mentality. But recently we've been on the winning streak. Like nothing's a coincidence. Like we're on a winning streak. Just kind of waking up every day thinking of some reason why you're on a winning streak. You know what I mean? Because like and you know the person we heard it from always says it like every morning he goes to Starbucks and he gets a cup of coffee and he looks at the barista and he's like. She says $2.30 or something like that. And he's like, $2.30 for a whole cup of happiness? Hell yeah, I'm on a winning streak. And it's like that kind of little shit to where it's like you take things for granted and you take like a day where you fucking get a flat tire and you can't make it to like the places you needed to go that day. That was such like such a small thing that happened to you, but it threw off your whole fucking day. So any day that doesn't happen to you, fuck yeah, I made it everywhere I needed to go. My car started without a hitch today. You know what I'm saying? So I guess to like cap off that first topic where we talked about hardships and whatever, can you think one or many, like whatever you want to share, reasons why you're on a winning streak in your life?
The reason I'm on a winning streak is due to The Secret. Like, I don't even know how to put it. The more you put it in the universe, the easier it is to get it. So like you said, he goes every day to get this cup of coffee. And he's happy that it's $2.30. So every day, he knows he's gonna go to this coffee shop and get $2.30 worth of cup of happiness. And the more he celebrates that, the more the more happiness you have in your life, the more the universe will bring you happiness.
Yeah.
So for example, the rapping, I didn't know I wanted to be a rapper when I first started. It was just fun. So I was happy in that moment. Lo and behold, got a whole rap group. You know what I'm saying? I do shows. You know what I'm saying? I get paid to rap.
Act,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the universe brought that in due to The Secret and how much I've applied that in my life. Same with skateboarding. Never wanted to take it serious, but always wanted to keep it a habit. You know what I mean? And the universe made it that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just awesome.
Not to mention the positivity you bring in that benefits your life. Having that positive mindset and just happy demeanor in general spreads to other people like wildfire. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're looking at that barista and you're like, hell, like you just are happy, you know, charismatic. Like, hell yeah, $2.30, bet. Like, keep the change. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're going to be like, hell yeah, I'm going to keep the change. And then they're going to be like, I'm on a winning streak. And then they're going to be like, what can I get you today? You know what I'm saying? And they're going to spread that to everybody.
And that could have changed her whole mood because she could have got a flat tire that morning. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And then she was having a whole bad morning till that one thing changed it. And like I said, positivity travels faster than negative. So the rest of her day is gonna go positive. You know what I mean? It just, you could start your day off bad, but it doesn't have to end bad. Same with life. Life could start off bad. You could be at the bottom. Look at half of the rappers in the world. They all came from nothing, millionaires.
Yeah, dude. And it's like just realizing that life is hard, you know? Like, it's hard to be out of shape. That's hard to wake up every day out of shape. It's hard to work out every day.
Yep.
It's just you got to choose your hard, you know what I mean? And it's like that in every bit of your life. If you want to get better at something or you want your life to be a certain way, you have to, like, embrace some type of hard situations to get there, you know? And it's same with the flat tire. That's a difficult situation, but that's, like, just another stepping stone to, like, getting to where you need to be, because that's going to make you think, okay, I don't have a tire iron. Changing that shit was a bitch without a tire iron. So maybe I should get one of them. Like next time you got a tire iron. So you're like, if I wouldn't have got a flat tire, I wouldn't have had a tire iron right now. So fuck yeah.
For real.
Yeah. I don't know. Have you watched it on Netflix, The Secret? It's on Netflix. I had the book. Gave it to a friend, but I usually watch it on Netflix though.
Did we watch it? I can't remember if I read it or watched it, but I remember when we were kids, we watched it.
Yeah, we watched it, And then I think I went back and read it like as I got older.
Yeah. Do you remember? Because when we first watched it, it was like just such an eye-opening moment. I remember we were playing Pokemon Emerald.
Catching Rayquaza.
Wow.
No, not Rayquaza. We were at the Elite Four. We were fighting the Elite Four,
okay.
and we had shit Pokemon because we were just kids. We didn't understand like you need different types versus other types, and we would like get all the way to like the 4th leader of the Elite Four or whatever, and we would die. Or like our Pokemon would die, and we just couldn't beat it. And then our mom showed us the secret, and it's like about that positivity. And I remember we were looking at the HP bars, and we were just imagining like, "Oh, that's just gonna go to red, and it's gonna go black, and it's gonna be dead." Yeah. And then we beat the Elite Four, and we were both like, "Yes, the secret."
Yeah, that's real, man. That's real.
We were young too. We were probably like 10 or something like that.
Really young.
So we've been on the secret. That shit's dope.
Yeah.
Like that really does change your life, having that positive mindset.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Hell yeah.
Knowledge is power, man. The more you know.
Straight up. Mm-hmm. So to conclude, this camera's already off, but you could look at this camera if you want to just like plug anything you got going on, any like social media pages or websites you want people to keep an eye on, any projects you got coming up you want people to look out for.
I actually got a couple skate songs coming out.
Oh shit!
Dedicated to skating. So
hell yeah.
That drops in 2 weeks or maybe a week and a half, something like that.
Hell yeah.
I got a couple songs coming after that. I don't know, really just follow the IG.
What's your handle?
At Toke of XNVIX, and then you can follow the gang _XNVIX _ and yeah, I don't know.
Y'all already know what it is. Y'all missed it because we were on break, but also maybe expect some footage of us at Lot 11 coming up here pretty soon on that skate trip.
You know what I mean? Yeah, skating, man.
Hell yeah. Thanks so much for coming, dude. Despite the storm and everything, the whole squad is here. This is an honor. Like, all y'all are here. This is sick.
Man. Hell yeah. Awesome.
Where can they find us at, Danny?
You can find us at City of Palms Podcast. Anywhere you listen to podcasts, you can watch us on YouTube or, follow us on Instagram.
Twitter?
New episodes every Monday. Not Twitter, not SoundCloud. Everywhere else.
Hit him with the outro, Soren.
Yeet.